Well, rise and shine. Monkey grabbers, hold on, let me put my feet on my desk. Super sanitary, super chill. So today, bro, I recently watched the last episode of Blue Lock. I think I already yapped about it a little bit, but Isagi's last goal was a completely lucky shot. And in all actuality, he's dog shit compared to Rin, and Rin would devour him. Dude, just going back to what Ego said, a couple episodes back. I don't remember if it was like season 1, season 2, but he talks about how luck is a skill, and even though it's kind of stupid to do what that's literally just a possibility, a chance. It's not really a skill. It kind of is, because I don't know if you already guessed. Cat's out of the hat, or the rabbit's out of the hat. But yeah, this is gonna be a video comprised of why luck is not just as it seems. So, bro, basically, you could, possibly be like the dude that's just lucky. You're just born into like a rich family, and you're just super fortunate. And I'm not talking about that kind of luck. I'm talking about like genuine luck. Like, you're unlucky if your house randomly gets hit by a bomb in the middle of the day, right? And that's just like, oh yeah, you can't really do anything about that, dude. That's just chance. But in all actuality, I mean, it's not even really just chance. Like, the things that lead up to that, the direction that you had to go in order for that thing to be a possibility, that's also a factor in luck. And you have to be in the path for, or in the direction for the luck to be able to blossom, or the unluckiness to be able to blossom. And I would say, for instance, yeah, sure, you're chilling in your house, and your house randomly gets bombed or something, and your leg's on the other side of the room, and your brother's over there gasping for air, and half of his lung is sticking out of his chest, and you're like, oh my goodness, what's going on? But a couple of months ago, there was declaration of war in your country against the Patricia parade, and your country decided to bomb their decks or something, or their beaches, and that was a couple of weeks ago. And in return, the other country decided to bomb some random city in the middle of nowhere that nobody really cares about. And some people are like, oh dude, they're probably bluffing, war doesn't exist in 2025. And then next thing you open your windows in the morning, taking a nice deep breath of air, look in the sky, and you're like, oh, what is that? It looks like a bird that's diving down. You take a closer look, it's actually a 40-ton atomic bomb that's about to land on your neighbor's house. And before you can even scream for air, you're vaporized, you're dead, you're gone. And that's basically what I mean by the direction of luck, or unluckiness. You have to put yourself in its direction for it to occur. Yeah, sure, sometimes there is situations where that's just 100. I like to say pure luck, genuinely pure luck, which is pretty uncommon, but sometimes it happens. Honestly, the lottery isn't even considered just pure luck. I would say pure luck is just you fall, you're walking, and honestly, you can't even say that, because it was, you had to walk in that direction in order to be in its way for that luck. But let's just say right, you wake up, right, and you just randomly just open your eyes and go on your phone, check your Bank of America, and you see that you got a gajillion dollars just transferred to your account. And then you look at the transaction note, and someone says, have a nice New Year's, dude. That was just pure luck. I'm sure you could probably break it down to find some way, oh no, actually, dude, you had to choose to be in Bank of America. But I'm just saying freak coincidences that just lead to certain things. But let's say you're looking for a job offering, right? And you went to school for this career, and you actually decided, stick around in school. You end up getting the bachelor's degree. You leave school, and around that time you start to apply for jobs. And as soon as you leave school that day, you find a job in the thing that you wanted. And that is an instance of genuine luck. You had to go to school, you had to do all this other stuff, you had to open you had to go across the stage, you got the degree, you did all the BS, bro. and then you open your phone, go on Indeed, and you see this job application. You apply. You think, oh man, I tried a bunch of different places before. They're probably not going to do it. And then boom, you get an email the next day asking for an interview. They really like you at the interview for some reason. I don't know why. They said something about your hair, and they say, oh my God, afros are so in style. I wish I had hair. And they take off their hat, and they have like they're missing like half a piece of their skull or something. I know you're like, moral of the story, they liked you, right? Like that is an instance where you put yourself in the direction of luck. And a lot of people are just like willing to complain and say that like people are like, oh, people are lucky, dude. Like they didn't do anything for that. They just randomly were like, bro, people like, what's it called? Actors and, celebrities, it wasn't just like a coincidence of luck. Yeah. Sometimes like, bro, sometimes models and stuff, they'll literally just go to like a random club and some dude will just like be like, oh, hey, are you interested in being like a model or something? Sometimes it's instances of just genuine pure luck. But sometimes there's like other things, like my dad calling me right now. Hello?
Hey, Joseph.
Dad.
Hey, were you gonna be able to pick up Johan from school or not?
Oh, that's what you asked? Yeah, I can pick him up.
Alright, he gets out at 2:15 today.
At 2:15? Alright.
Is that alright?
Yeah, that's fine. Yo, my skin was glowing, bro.
Did he tell you why I normally pick up? Because usually around that time the cars are all lined up.
Just a sexy ass nigga walking down the street.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, not really, but usually like I just honk at Johan and he sees me. I usually just like honk at Johan like whenever there's like a bunch of other people around. Then like.
Okay, so it has been like full like that before, like that whole.
Yeah, sometimes it'll be full.
Alright, it's been 20 seconds, bro. Hello.
But yeah, like you gotta put yourself in the position. Like for instance, like that. Probably I don't even know if you're gonna actually end up hearing it, but I'll probably end up editing it out of the video. But like that wasn't just the reason. The reason that whole situation happening of me picking my brother up was because past couple of days I've been offering to pick him up, so now it's gonna be a routine thing. Obviously not always. My dad's currently sick right now, so I just offered to do it. But it wasn't just per chance. It wasn't just it's like a random thing that fell upon me. It was because I did it, a couple of times in a row. So it ended up being a routine. I don't remember what I was talking about before, but let's say the opposite, right? You're not looking for a college degree, or you're not looking for this job, right? And you're putting yourself in this unlucky situation, right, where you're going to like these like random like abandoned places to buy like some like weed or some like drugs, some heavy duty drugs like crystal meth off some dude, right? And you're constantly getting stuff. Like you're starting to get to the point where like you're losing your hair and stuff, and like your teeth are starting to fall out because you keep like eating like you keep eating like leftover rocks that are left on the floor and stuff. And you start becoming this like hideous beast, and every day like you're struggling to find the money to go buy stuff from the dude, right? So you start breaking into people's homes, and you see this house that looks like a score. The dude has a nice porch in his backyard, so you go into the back window, open it up, pry it open, climb through. Nobody knows anything. You're sneaking around the house. You go upstairs. Everything's kind of quiet. It's kind of weird. Like the dude's car was there. It's only like 10 p.m. at night. You would think there'd be some noise going on. You're like, oh, whatever. I'm just gonna get this money. Go upstairs, check the jewelry boxes, and I'm not gonna hurt anybody, of course. But like, I'm just gonna do what I gotta do to get some money and then go. You go upstairs, check the bathrooms. You found some nice colognes and stuff. You take a couple of those. You check the daughter's room. Nothing really important in there. You take a laptop or two, and then you go upstairs. Not upstairs. You're obviously upstairs, but you go into the room all the way in the corner, and you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like, why do I hear something like up against the door? Like when you can hear something that's like next to something because of like the absence of noise that's around it. You can literally hear it like isolating noise. And you're like, whatever, I'm just going to open it up. There's probably something in there. You open it up, and you're expecting to see a nice empty room, shotgun barrel pressed up against your skull, and then like the next thing you just see is just a bright flash, and then, well, you're back in kindergarten, doing finger paints, trying to paint a turkey or something with your hand. And that's just all the things, like the whole direction that you went, everything that built up to that led to that just random strike of unluckiness. And I guess you could say that the entire process was just bunch of different strikes of unluckiness. But what I'm just trying to say is that, like, it's not just a chance. It's not just this thing that just randomly happens. It's possible for it. It is essentially. It is a thing that just randomly happens, right? Like, you know, you getting that job, it's also a chance. You getting shot in the face was also a chance, because there was also like a 50-50 that, like, you know, instead of there being some dude there, it was actually just a room full of diamonds and a heroin or something, you know. There is a possibility that there's a chance. Like, even in Blue Lock, when the ball went in Isagi's direction, yeah, it did go in his direction and he did score the goal, but there was also a possibility that it could have went, like, you know, the other way, and the other dude could have jumped up high enough to catch it. Like, you know, there's always like the gamble of chance, but when you put yourself in the direction where, you know, the gamble is more your odds and you put it all on red, you know, there's payout, and there's also probably a huge hole in your head from, like, you know, breaking into that dude's house. But yeah, I gotta go pick up my brother. You know, I'm still wearing those socks. I'm not gonna lie, today's my laundry day, so I'm gonna do my laundry. Probably go to the gym. Well, obviously I'm going to the gym. Next video is gonna probably be about consistency, because I'm starting to be consistent in the gym again. Probably gonna see a couple more videos of me lifting weights. And yeah, happy New Year, dude. Hope you didn't, you know, do anything crazy while I was gone. And happy Hanukkah to you dudes out there too. Can I hit enter to make the video pause? I wonder. Nah, it does. What about space? Is there anything that makes the video stop? Enter. Oh, sure. No, I guess I just have to actually go up and touch it. Ugh. Dude, my abs are killing me. I swear.